Right, first we bring you the breaking news in the last few minutes. England's Ashes Tour of Australia is on after the ECB granted approval for the tour to go ahead. We can go live to James Cole, who can tell us a little bit more about this, James.
Yes, approval, Hayley, but definitely conditional approval. The statement from the ECB, which has been released in the last few minutes, reads like this. Over the recent weeks, we've made excellent progress in moving forward on the England Men's Ashes Tour. To facilitate further progress and allow a squad to be selected, the ECB Board has met today and given its approval for the tour to go ahead. The decision, though, is subject to several critical conditions being met before we travel. We look forward to the ongoing assistance from Cricket Australia in resolving these matters in the coming days. So over to you, Cricket Australia. Are you able to resolve these critical conditions that the ECB are saying they will only travel on the basis of? And it's interesting, isn't it? We don't know what they are. There's no mention in this statement of what the critical conditions are. We could maybe presume that they are around, or assume, I should say, that they are around quarantine conditions for players and their families. That has been the sticking point to this at this stage, to this point, but we don't know for sure. And it does bring some closure to an uncertain saga that has rolled on for weeks, for months, in fact, over whether this Ashes will go ahead. It looks now like it will. You would imagine Cricket Australia will do their very best to fulfill these conditions. And it's a saga that sort of reached boiling point on Monday when the ECB put out a statement saying, listen, we're only going to travel if we can pick a squad good enough for the series, befitting of a series of this magnitude. And that really put the cat among the pigeons, because the ECB were actually saying, we're not definitely coming. Then from Monday, we heard on Tuesday, players asked for more talks with the Cricket Australia, more guarantees and assurances over the quarantine conditions, in particular how their families were going to be quarantined when they arrive in Australia. We heard that the players were happy, the talks were positive, Joe Root had agreed to it and given the green light, and we were told, we felt, that tonight would just be a matter of rubber stamping it. But the ECB, interestingly, have given a conditional approval for the Ashes to go ahead. An approval, which is great, but there's still a few loose ends to be tied up, let's say.
It is fair to say, isn't it, England have been under considerable pressure to ensure that the tour does go ahead.
Yes, Tim Payne, the Australia Test captain, came out, didn't he, last week and said, no, the Ashes is going ahead with or without Joe Root. That was after Joe Root had not committed, been very non-committal on his involvement until he had these reassurances. There's been a bit of a standoff, and there's a bit of sort of politics about this, isn't there? Australia putting pressure on England. Obviously, they stand to lose a lot, Cricket Australia, because of the money that they would lose if England don't go and the Ashes doesn't happen. But England players refusing to be pressured into going on Australia's terms. They want to go on their terms. They want to be assured that they're not going to end up having to quarantine. Their families aren't going to end up in strict quarantine situations, because Australia has had some of the strictest COVID conditions in the entire world. If you travel now to Australia, you still need exemption. When you land, you have to hotel quarantine in your room for 2 weeks. That's not just a hotel, your room. And we've seen states going into lockdown over handfuls of cases. And the restrictions in Western Australia in particular are incredibly strict. So hopefully, it would seem these are just small things that need ironing out. But England's players and coaching staff, and now the ECB saying, yes, we're going to come, but we still want to do it on our terms.
James, for now, thank you very much indeed.